The 2022 Metrobank Art and Design Excellence Awarding Ceremony is made possible by the Metrobank Foundation. We would also like to thank our advocacy partners, Katingko and Bayo, our premier media partner, Rank Magazine, and our media partners, Adobo Magazine, Art Plus Magazine, CNN Philippines, Kanto Creative Corners, The Philippine Star, and Panay News.
Welcome back to New Day.
We've got all the news you need and more.
We still have here with us members of the national women's football team who just won the title at the AFF Women's Championship.
Dadalo si President-elect Bongbong Marcos sa Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation o APEC Summit sa Thailand.
Ngayong No Smoking Awareness Month, alamin natin kung paano tuluyang magkukwit.
A South Commuter Railway linking Metro Manila and Laguna goes full steam ahead.
All eyes on Mount Bulusan in Sorsogon Province. State volcanologists say it is uncertain when the volcano will erupt again. Panawagan sa pagtanggal ng buwis sa langis sa pagpapatupad ng dagdag pasahe sa jeep, umaaray ang mga commuter dito.
It's all systems go for the first State of the Nation address of President Bongbong Marcos at the Batasang Pambansa on July 25th.
Humingi na ng saklolo ang grupo ng mga panadero. Apektado na rin daw ang kanilang industriya.
Ayon sa Labor Department, inaprubahan na ng National Wages Productivity Commission ang 50 pesos na dagdag sahod.
Maaaring baliwalain ang mga simpleng pananakit ng katawan at pangangati ng balat, pero paniguradong makakaapekto ito sa pang-araw-araw na gawain. Naglalakad patungong opisina, sabay sasakit ang paa, nahuli-tuli sa oras. Rumuronda sa trabaho nang biglang sumakit ang ulo, naantala tuloy sa pag-ikot. Sumagot ng telepono nang masamid sa ubo. Ahem! Masayang nakasakay sa kotse habang papunta sa pinaka-aabangang bakasyon. Tapos inatake ng pagkahilo. Nako! Namundok para masilayan ng mga bituin, kaso napapak naman ng lamok. Hala! Naglalaro ng paboritong sports nang biglang magalusan. Hay nako! Mahimbing na natutulog nang bulabugin ng iyak ni Bunso dahil sa sakit ng kanyang tiyan. Paano na? Buong araw na gumawa ng gawaing bahay, o kaya na may namukid maghapon, kaya't sumakit ang buong katawan, lalo na ang likod kinagabihan. Talagang kahit anong ingat at lakas mo, natural lang na nangyayari ang mga bagay na ganito. Buti na lang, may Katingko ointment. Ang Katingko ointment ay nagbibigay ginhawa sa sakit ng ulo, sakit ng tiyan, ubo at sipon, at iba pang mga sakit ng katawan. tulong sa pagpapakalma at pangangati at sa mabilis na paggaling ng mga kagat ng lamok. Ipahid ang katingko ointment sa mga apektadong lugar 3 hanggang 4 na beses sa isang araw hanggang guminhaw ang pakiramdam at tuluyang gumaling. Siguraduhin laging may bitbit na katingko ointment at hindi mo alam kung kailan mo ito kakailanganin. Katingko ointment, tulong sa pagbigay ng ginhawa sa sakit at pangangati.
Welcome to the 2022 Metrobank Art and Design Excellence Awarding Ceremony, proudly bearing the theme, Emerge, Step into Your Boundless Future. We invite our virtual attendees to witness a solemn spoken word invocation entitled To You. To you who made all that I am, your light, your spirit, our inspiration to begin again. To you who gifted our talents, creativity, uniqueness, and stories we proudly share. To you, who unveiled our strength, even in the darkest, lifted with your love, resilience. To you, O Lord, who destined us to be limitless, we honor you this day. With you, my Lord, I am limitless. Art defines every Filipino generation. It is a witness to our history and experiences, a testament to how we emerge successful above all challenges. This is how the Metrobank Art and Design Excellence, or MADE, bloomed into prominence. What began as a humble endeavor by Metrobank founder Dr. George T. Xiaoqian, MADE eventually transformed into one of the most prestigious art competitions in the country, honoring generations of young artists whose brave works have shaped society. Now on its 38th year, MADE continues to advocate for the emergence of young artists whose works showcase boundless creativity. Young artists who have the potential to design and define the future of Philippine art. With an optimistic statement, emerge, step into your boundless future. MADE empowers young artists to reclaim their power and to experience an artistic reawakening. Emerge is an invitation to see art beyond what it is and pave the way for what it will be. Opening today's celebration of artistic excellence is the president of Metrobank Foundation, Mr. Aniceto M. Sobrepeña.
Esteemed guest of honor, Congressman Christopher Toft de Venecia, members of the final board of judges, colleagues from Metrobank and GT Capital Holdings, institutional and media partners, our dear awardees, other distinguished guests, the rest of our audience online, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The creative industries play a major role in shaping our national identity and cultural preservation. Time and again, we look for avenues where creative expression and artistic talent thrive as a means to celebrate human experiences. Just like any social development endeavor, we give importance and relevance as well to artists, valuing their excellence and ingenuity as part of our nation-building efforts. The Metrobank Art and Design Excellence, or MADE, is driven by the purpose to celebrate budding artists and provide a conducive platform for their genius to flourish. We're about to recognize another batch of brilliant painters and sculptors for their masterpieces that represent the best of this year's submitted works. The theme, Emerge, is about promoting local talents to come to the fore, step out of the shadows, and unleash a world of possibilities and imagination. This year's batch of submissions is yet another visual journey that depicts human sentiments and aspirations. We thank everyone who joined the competition, and we look forward to your continued participation. As a personal witness to MADE's transformation over the years, it brings me joy to share key partnerships that expand MADE's advocacy, from bolstering the practice of visual arts to becoming a true partner of the creative community. We are deeply grateful to work in tandem with Linangan Art Residency to provide art scholarships for two of our finalists to hone them as artist leaders. We're also delighted to be one of the founding benefactors of the M, formerly known as the Metropolitan Museum of Manila, as it officially reopens its doors to continue bringing into awareness the power of art to shape and strengthen society. MADE is especially grateful to our panel of judges who took on the hard task of screening hundreds of entries and selecting this year's winners. We are optimistic that visual arts in our country will continue to prosper with many individuals like you who believe in the potential of Filipinos. Suportahan natin ang sining Pilipino. Mabuhay and congratulations to all.
Inclusivity, equity, integrity. These are qualities that our Board of Judges uphold as part of their mission to recognize the most evocative entries of the year. Composed of the art industry's top practitioners and respected key players, the Board of Judges carefully assessed over 500 entries to recognize this year's best works. Heading this year's Board of Judges as the chairman is a gallerist and visual artist whose body of work is a social commentary on contemporary Filipino life, Mr. Alfredo Esquilio. He is a renowned artist who has held exhibits locally and internationally and has been recognized by art institutions across Asia. Our next judge is a contemporary painter celebrated for his distinct use of figurative expressionism, Mr. Elmer Borlongan. He is a former MAID awardee and a recipient of CCP 13 Artists Award. His works are considered as one of the most sought-out pieces in Southeast Asia. Joining the panel is a visual artist prominent for his expressionist and surrealist approach in depicting social realist themes, Mr. Charlie Cole. He is a recipient of the CCP 13 Artist Award and the co-founder of the renowned Orange Project in Bacolod City. Our next judge is an eminent sculptor, Mr. Reg Yuson. Mr. Yuson served as a former committee member for the National Committee on Visual Arts of the NCCA and was a recipient of the CCP 13 Artists Awards. Our fifth judge is a sculptor and visual artist recognized for her exploration of human relationships in her work, Miss Mervy Pueblo. Miss Pueblo is a Fulbright scholar with an MFA degree in public art and sculpture and is a recipient of several local and international awards. Also joining the panel, an educator and an awarded sculptor, Mr. Mark Cosico. As a sculptor, he has held exhibitions and has been part of art residency programs both locally and internationally. Mr. Cosico is also a resource speaker and facilitator in various seminars for art education. And to complete this year's Board of Judges is an independent curator, writer, and cultural worker, Miss Lisa Ito. Miss Ito has been teaching art history and art theory at the University of the Philippines College of Fine Arts since 2012. She is the current Secretary General of the Concerned Artists of the Philippines and a member of the Young Critics Circle Film Desk.
Sobrang importante ng salitang authenticity. And ito yung unang requirement para maging isang successful na artist.
What you feel about the world, what you feel about yourself. I think it is important for young artists to be true to themselves in their art making.
Being authentic in your artwork is basically true to yourself as an artist, and you have to be a master in your field.
The story is unique. It's not a regurgitation of what was done before. The style is not a copy or a reproduction from the masters that have been commercially successful before. Third is that it has its unique vision, that it's not similar or, of course, has its different take in narrating a story through art, authenticity, really seeing how distinct their art form is in comparison to many artists that have done art before them.
The finalists stood out because they took the time to reflect, research on, and represent in very excellent artworks how they felt about the current situation and probably reflect on and challenge the viewer to think about what should be done about the things that we see.
It's mostly moody and dark, I guess probably because of what we've experienced during the past 3 years. During the pandemic, we were just staying indoors. So I guess this is what the young artist felt at that time. Besides all of these works, no, meron pa ring mga nakikita mga hope, no, and light no, against the darkness that surrounds the paintings and artworks.
I saw many pieces which also tended to be timeless kasi yun naman mga problema natin sa society, tumatawid naman yan from generation to generation. So nakita ko na yung mga concern ng mga artist relevant katulad din ng concern namin nung panahon namin.
What we look for is the potential and the ambition, especially with the young artists. Not just the artwork itself or the entry, it's more where you think the artist is going from there. So that is a very fundamental way of judging as far as I'm concerned. No?
With Made, with everybody there, it makes it more easier for us to navigate this competition through virtual selection. And at the same time, it's a beauty to see the actual work. We were there a couple months ago.
Yung una, online lang muna yung namin, pagtingin namin ng mga works. Siguro dahil din hindi pa kami makapag face-to-face. So, nireview namin lahat ng mga entries, no? Yung mga semi-finalists. And then, kagaya nga nung nasabi ko, it always catches my attention kahit na sa thumbnail pa lang, nagiging curious na ako kung merong malakas na impact yung piece.
It was an interesting experience to be with esteemed visual artists from the Philippines in reviewing the number of entries, and indeed each of us has our own taste or aesthetic evaluation, but our group was able to agree with the objectives of the competition, and so it made our job easier.
As chairman of the panel of judges, it was a challenge at first because it was my first time to be a chairman. But during the course of the process, I just did the job as one of the fellow judges. That's what very good about the panel.
I feel very honored to have participated in the judging competition at this point in history because we combined hybrid modes. We had the online and we also had the face-to-face component of the judging, and to see these combined into a single competition was something very special and something that we will remember in history.
We need the Made recognition program now more than ever because this is the perfect venue for aspiring artists to share their art, their ideas, their artworks.
Through the awards and through the culture capital that they can earn from being a finalist or a winner in the Made competition, Made can provide that door for the artist, the new artist, to have a name in the really difficult and cutthroat art field in the Philippines.
We can use art for social transformation, and we need artists to document the conditions facing our country right now. I hope that painting competition will continue for many years, and I would like to thank Metrobank Foundation for supporting Philippine art.
As Filipino artists continue to ignite our hopes and optimism, our panel of judges promises to make these talents flourish now more than ever.
Importante rin yung salitang collaboration. Hindi tayo nabubuhay bilang individual. May mga kasama tayo, may mga kapwa tayo artist na pwede tayong magtulungan at makatulong. Kailangan tayong gumawa ng mga projects. Gawa tayo ng mga initiatives na makakatulong sa next generation.
It is creativity that will bring us to a new mindset, to a new light. This year, Made received more than 500 entries. Among them, 12 pieces attested to the newfound creativity of budding Filipino artists. 59 water media paintings, 79 sculptures, 399 oil and acrylic paintings, 12 national finalists. Here are the artistic souls who took a brave step into a boundless future. The finalists for oil or acrylic on canvas. A Surreal Manifestation by Joseph David P. Requilme. Bangka at Silya by Joan M. Sudlon. Familiar Landscapes by Carla T. Gumalinda. Help by Kevin A. Jumadiao. Surface Pressure by Jonas Miguel S. Arlegui. Realidad by Alvin S. Bueno Jr. Up next, the finalist for Water Media on Paper. Pag-asa by Mark Kenneth S. Garcia. Halaga by Peter Martin M. Cabrera. And the finalists for Sculpture. Daloy ng Pag-asa by Michael Art M. De Leon. Sa bawat paghilom ng mga sugat, paghilom sa katahimikan by Maria Justina Julia C. Radillas. Saliw ng malamig na ulo at mainit na puso by Adeodatus L. Santa Juana. We Are What We Protect For by Jonathan B. Abellana. "12 national finalists, 12 diverse Filipino narratives. These emerging creatives and talented artists are bravely stepping into the light, and their artistic journeys have only just begun. For their technical acuity and brilliant portrayal of the contemporary Filipino narrative, 4 masterpieces emerged as the trailblazers of this generation's visual art scene. Presenting the 2022 Metrobank Art and Design Excellence Awardees.
As an artist, we all have this role to document what's happening around us and to contribute to our nation's culture.
Yung pagiging artist, habang buhay yan eh. So mas mahalaga yung practice mo bilang isang artist kaysa sa competition.
More on portraits and figures po yung mga pinapakita ko sa mga paintings ko. Mga kwento ng mga taong nakakasalamuha ko.
Yung mga nakikita ko sa paligid, gusto ko mag-react at gawa ng artwork yon. Pero na-realize ko na yung art pwede rin palang makapag-ambag sa panlipunang pagbabago.
The special citation for 2022 Made Sculpture Recognition Program is awarded to June Orland Espinosa for his creative woodwork entitled Underneath.
Ang Underneath is nagsimula naman siya nung Typhoon Odette. Makikita sa pyesa is parang morbid skin siya. Halos kabuuan ng artworks is chaotic, nakakatakot. Gusto ko kasing i-embed sa sculpture yung dinadala ng isang taong may problema, may dinadana sa buhay. Yung isang symbol dyan is yung heart, yung puso. Sina-challenge kong tao na besides sa chaotic scenario, morbid scheme, sina-challenge kong yung tao na dapat hanapin niya pa rin yung positive side. Kahit ano man yung pagsubok, mga calamities na dumating sa ating buhay, as long may faith yung isang tao, mag-create yun ng hope. Isa sa gusto kong i-pursue na advocacy sa art is yung type of materiality. Gusto ko ring ituro sa mga next generation artist na yung art, dapat wag tayong makahon sa isang medium lang. Para sa akin, yung art is everywhere. Kahit anong bagay, pwede mong gawing art. Wag lang tayo dapat mabak sa konsepto na tradisyonal lang.
Up next, our grand awardee for the 2022 MADE Sculpture Recognition Program is Mateo Cacño for his exceptional aluminum metal artwork, Politika.
I wanted to recontextualize how we view politika. Kasi if you think of politika, wala kang maiisip na kaibigan Puro kaaway. And I think our situation in this country led us to that conclusion. So for me, I wanted to bring about that and express it and show it to everyone because I want them to see that politics has turned out to be this battleground or field between what is real, what is fact versus what is ego. Well, just like every artwork, it starts with inspiration. For here, I wanted to deconstruct that notion and express it in a liquid manner. I wanted to express fluidity. There's this essence of illusion of it being fluid, but rather it is actually hard. Honestly, when they see my work, sinasabi nila parang, Mateo, ano to? Ba't parang may dalawang tao na nag-aaway? Tapos ako naman, I just told them, the artwork name is Politika. And what you see is two people fighting each other. You define it. Because for me, I believe that artworks aren't meant to be explained, rather they are meant to be felt. That's why we call art as a form of a visual communication. It can convey a deeper meaning, and it could hit the audience head, and it could inspire the audience to bring about the message and to fully understand what the artwork means.
Now, our grand awardee for the 2022 MADE Painting Recognition Program for Water Media on Paper is Raimundo Ador III for his artwork entitled 2020 at Hanggang Kailan.
Pinaka-mensahe po netong piece na to is about hope and kung paano natin masolusyonan yung COVID-19, paano ulit tayo makapagsimula. Makikita natin sa isang tingin parang negative yung about yung painting. Pero sa likod niyan, kung positive thinker tayong mga tao, mahanap pa rin yung hope kung paano natin masusolusyonan nga yung nangyayari sa atin. Thankful po na nakapasok ko yung entry at naging semi-finalist, finalist, and di ko po talaga in-expect siya na ako po yung magiging grand award ng Water Media. Yung pinaka napapansin kasi dyan yung skull Ibig sabihin, para sa karamihan, yung skull is about death. Pero para sa akin, parang rebirth. Paano ulit tayo magsisimula? Yung ako, nagsisimbolize din para sa lahat ng mga tao kasi lahat naman tayo nagkaranas nitong pandemic ng COVID-19. And lastly po yung sa pinto na may light kasi nagbibigay siya ng hope, new beginnings, and mga bagong oportunidad. Yung advocacy po namin about watercolor is makilala pa lalo sa Pilipinas kasi para sa akin sa Pilipinas, iba yung tingin ng watercolor. Pero isa din po siya talaga sa pinakamahirap at challenging na medium and malawak din yung pwedeng magawa ng watercolor.
Finally, the grand awardee for the 2022 MADE Painting Recognition Program for oil or acrylic on canvas is Melvin John Poliero for his stunning piece, Ninuno.
So yung Ninuno, tungkol siya sa kalagayan ng kalikasan natin, kalagayan ng national minorities at yung kaugnayan nito sa ating lahat. So kung makikita niyo dito sa painting, yung skeleton, siya yung representation ng national minorities. Tapos yung maraming puno, nire-represent niya yung kalikasan. Nagsimula ako sa sketch. Maraming versions ng sketch. Yung original na sketch ito, landscape Pero dahil marami akong naiisip during the process na nagko-conceptualize, ang daming image na pumapasok tsaka mga issues na gusto kong ipakita. So parang naging solusyon ko doon is gumamit ng ibang perspective. Kaya yung may skeleton din sa gitna. Kasi nga, di ba, nature yung gusto kong ipakita. Gusto kong magkaroon ng focal point. So dito, gusto kong bigyan ng titingnan yung audience at doon siya mag-concentrate. Yung isa sa mga pinaka gusto kong simbolismo yung agila. Parang papaalis siya ng gubat Kasi marami ring mga ibon na o iba't ibang hayop na nadi-displace dahil sa deforestation. Naisip ko ilagay yung yung agila, haring ibon kasi simbolo rin ng bansa natin. Pag nakita mo yung actual work, marirealize mo na may mga parang nangyayari pa sa isang sulok. Sa iba't ibang bahagi ng painting, may makikita kang lumalaban ng mga tao para sa karapatan nila. Mas lalo kong na-realize na yung art, importante siya sa buhay ng tao. Kasi dati pa yung tao nagdo-drawing na eh. Yung buhay natin, parang gusto nating makita sa malayo. Yung art, malaki yung naiaambag niya kasi nagkakwento to ng buhay ng tao.
Para sa akin yung emerge is parang connected din sa piece ko. Galing tayo sa sobrang hirap, may mga ways pala talagang pwede pang gawin. Nandun yung hope, masusolusyonan na natin lahat yung mga nangyayari sa atin.
Part kami ng history kasi yung art is part of society. So kailangan namin mag-share kasi yung artist, sila yung diary ng society. So kung ano yung nakikita ng artist sa kasalukuyan, magre-reflect yan sa past na pwede ring manahin o makita ng mga future generation.
For me, the meaning of emerge or emerging to something, to a brighter future, is really another way of saying stepping out of your comfort zone. It's all about showing who you really are as a person without the fear of being judged.
Na-realize ko rin na kailangan patuloy kang mag-strive para paunlarin yung sarili. At the same time, bilang isang bansa, mag-strive din tayo na maghanap ng mas makakabuti para sa ating lahat.
Unique perspectives, innovative processes, and narratives rooted to the Filipino core. These 4 masterpieces bear the torch of this generation's art scene. Once again, congratulations to the 2022 MADE Grand Awardees. From the conception of new creative ideas to the expansion of technical processes, art and innovation are simply intertwined. As MADE embraces the evolution of the art landscape, a new chapter unfolds. This year, we unveil our new trophy, our first step towards a boundless future.
I want a trophy that really reflects the personality of an artist that sees beyond, thinks beyond, and creates a new avenue of seeing things. Naniniwala ako na mapapaalalahanan at magiging anino ng kanilang tagumpay yung trophy.
For the new trophy, MADE partnered with one of its former awardees, Juan Sajid, a sculptor with more than 20 years of experience and a master in the use of metal.
I've been doing monuments for the past 30 years. Palagi kong ini-incorporate talaga yung mga lessons sa aking mga monumento. Importante kasi na may napupulot na leksyon yung mga taong nakikita yung aking mga obra. Nung dumating nga yung balita sa akin na napili ako ng Metrobank na gawin ang kanyang institutional trophy, isang malaking challenge. Pero sa akin, yung challenge na yun, katulad ng ibang challenges, haharapin ko kasi alam ko na makakatulong ako sa mga nakakabatang mga artista. Naniniwala ko yung continuity ng program ng MADE ay dapat reflective din doon sa trophy. So yung trophy, pinamagatan kong more. Kasi naniniwala ako na pagkatapos mong magsimula, ay dapat marami ka pang dapat i-offer. You have more to offer actually after winning this prestigious award. Yung ginawa ko kasing trophy, very engaging. Meron siyang butas na kung saan may lalagay mo sa tapat ng iyong muka at sumisilip ka. Yung idea kasi na sumisilip at wala kang nakikita sa iyong tabi, kundi diretso lang, ay nakiging focus ka. Yun ang gusto kong impart na leksyon sa mga tatanggap ng award na yun. Maging focus. Sa pagiging focus mo sa iyong layunin, doon ka nagiging authentic na artist. Ang importante kasi sa artist, gumagawa ka ng sarili mong storya. Hindi ka lang sumasabay kung ano ang kinikwento ng iba. Gawa ka ng sarili mong kwento. Matututo sila, makikita nila, meron palang ibang pananaw na dapat tingnan. Hindi lang pala dapat iisa. Maging totoo ka bilang isang artista. Yung artist, nakikita ko, importante ang role niya sa society. Yung artist kasi, binibigyan niya ng bagong kahulugan ang ating kultura. Dinidefine niya kung sino tayo. Nagkakaroon tayo ng identity. Mga kasining, alalahanin natin ng ating boses mas napapakinggan sa ating mga obra. Maaring marami karamihan sa mga artist nahihirapan magsalita, pero pagdating sa ating obra, di ba lumilitaw? Doon natin na-express ang sa ating saloobin. At alam naman natin lahat, napakalakas na instrumento ang ating mga dibuho. Nakikipag-usap yan. Alam nyo ba, kahit wala na tayo, nandiyan pa rin natin yung mga obra.
As young artists push the boundaries of their visual medium, MADE adapts to change. One momentous step at a time. Momentous steps that celebrate Filipino excellence amidst any challenges. Beyond recognition, MADE is also committed to providing young artists the opportunity to launch their crafts into prominence. In its 38th year, MADE furthers its intervention in capacity building and artistic growth through a partnership with the Linangan Art Residency. Two of this year's MADE finalists have the opportunity to experience a holistic 3-month curriculum centered on the role of artists as social catalysts.
Linangan is honored to partner with the Metrobank Foundation and MADE in the artistic and cultural development of young Filipino talent. For this year, we will host 2 MADE finalists among the winners of this batch, and they will be mentored by established artists in the Philippine art scene, some of whom were also past MADE winners. And they will learn and collaborate with peers from different regions. The Linangan Art Residency and MADE partnership amplifies the reach, scope, and depth of our aligned mission of developing and empowering young Filipino artists. By sharing resources, platforms, and networks, to provide quality education, we push forward a specialized curriculum designed not only to equip emerging artists, but to connect them to a deep sense of purpose and identity that empowers them.
Aside from the Linangan Art Residency, MADE is also committed to a joint effort with various institutions that support the welfare of artists and the promotion of the local art scene. The Metrobank Foundation and the GT Foundation, in partnership with the M, advocate for nurturing spaces where artists explore and express their limitless potential. The Metrobank Foundation, in partnership with like-minded institutions, champions social amelioration programs for distressed artists and extended medical assistance, art education programs that will engage the youth and develop their love for the arts, and the preservation of art and culture through extensive research and documentation. The Metrobank Foundation, through MADE, in partnership with our advocacy partners, K-Essentials by Katinko and Bio, extends its support for sustainable welfare programs that empower our community of artisans. As our celebration of artistic excellence comes to a close, here is our guest of honor, the representative of the 4th District of Pangasinan, Honorable Christopher Toff de Venecia, to share a closing message.
To the Board of Trustees, Advisors, and Officers of the Metrobank Foundation, to the 2022 MADE Board of Judges, awardees, ladies and gentlemen, Masantosya kaaguanid sigay namin, greetings and creativity. May I commend the Metrobank Foundation for your unwavering commitment to the development of Philippine art and the creative industries. Indeed, your Metrobank Art and Design Excellence programs not only highlight but reinforce the indomitable spirit of Filipino creativity, which has truly withstood the test of time, especially during this pandemic. I'm pleased to report to you that the landmark Philippine Creative Industries Development Act, which I principally authored and advocated in the previous Congress, lapsed into law last July 28th. It mandates government support for the promotion and development of Philippine creative industries by protecting and strengthening the rights and capacities of creative firms, artists, artisans, creators, workers, indigenous cultural communities, content providers, and other stakeholders within the sector. It will also enhance the global competitiveness of local creativity to make our country more attractive to international markets. It also brings them closer to their goal of making the Philippines the top creative economy in ASEAN by 2030. With the enactment of this landmark legislation, the creative sector has become a cornerstone of our country's post-pandemic recovery. It is an engine for economic progress and a catalyst for modernization. In my humble desire to advance legislation and policies concerning arts and culture, as well as the creative industries, we conceived and established in 2019 the Arts, Culture, and Creative Industries Bloc, or ACHIB, in the House of Representatives, which has been reconvened in the 19th Congress. This informal and non-partisan alliance of legislators is founded on the belief that culture and the arts are important aspects of our society. They are the reflection of our collective identity as a nation and as a people. It is likewise deeply intertwined with the creative industries, comprising viable sectors that could greatly contribute to the economic development of our country. We also launched last year in the 4th District of Pangasinan the Anakbanwa Arts Residency Program, which invites creatives across all disciplines to immerse themselves with local communities, to learn from diverse practices and experience the ecological landscape in the 4th District, as well as the interior and coastal municipalities within Pangasinan. Now on its second year, this creative residency program, as it's now called, is designed for participants to explore the relationship between arts, creativity, and neighborhoods as they respond to current social and environmental issues through sustainable arts practices. This year, we have opened it up to the entire creative economy. So this sophomore batch now includes stakeholders from interior design, architecture, augmented and virtual reality, and even voguing. The project is a platform for artists to create context and site-specific work while collaborating with a diverse cohort of local artisans, craft makers, and emerging arts communities in the region. So the exhibit will open on October 8th in Dagupan City. So I hope you can come and visit. It will run for a whole month at the MacArthur House, of course, in the city of Dagupan. So my fellow creatives, dear friends, for many years, arts, culture, and creative industries have been institutionally neglected despite their boundless potential to contribute to economic development and provide millions of jobs. But now, we have laid a foundation for this new chapter of our economic and social growth. Now we have regained command of our own fortunes. Indeed, as the French novelist Victor Hugo said, there's nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come. Thank you, and hashtag the future is creative.
Amid our greatest challenge yet, art has been a window where optimism seeps through. A window that empowers us to reclaim our power. A window that invites us to step back into the light. MADE continues its promise and mission to nurture the country's new breed of artists who are unafraid to shape the future of creativity. As artists, appreciators of the art, and as a concerned society, let's join our efforts to make the Philippine art scene grow stronger than ever. Once again, thank you for joining the 2022 Metrobank Art and Design Excellence Awarding Ceremony. Emerge, step into your boundless future. The 2022 Maid Awarding Ceremony would like to thank our advocacy partners, Katingko and Bayo, our premier media partner, Rank Magazine, and our media partners, Adobo Magazine, Art Plus Magazine, CNN Philippines, Tanto Creative Corners, The Philippine Star, and Panay News.
Maaaring baliwalain ang mga simpleng pananakit ng katawan at pangangati ng balat, pero paniguradong makakaapekto ito sa pang-araw-araw na gawain. Naglalakad patungong opisina, sabay sasakit ang paa, nahuli-tuli sa oras. Rumoronda sa trabaho nang biglang sumakit ang ulo, naantala tuloy sa pag-ikot. Sumagot ng telepono nang masamid sa ubo. Ahem! Masayang nakasakay sa kotse habang papunta sa pinakaabangang bakasyon. Tapos inatake ng pagkahilo. Nako! Namundok para masilayan ang mga bituin, kaso napapak naman ng lamok. Hala! Naglalaro ng paboritong sports nang biglang magalusan. Hay nako! Mahimbing na natutulog nang bulabugin ng iyak ni Bunso dahil sa sakit ng kanyang tiyan. Paano na? Buong araw na gumawa ng gawaing bahay o kaya na may namukid maghapon, kaya't sumakit ang buong katawan, lalo na ang likod kinagabihan. Talagang kahit anong ingat at lakas mo, natural lang na nangyayari ang mga bagay na ganito. Buti na lang, may Katingko ointment. Ang Katingko ointment ay nagbibigay ginhawa sa sakit ng ulo, sakit ng tiyan, ubo at sipon, at iba pang mga sakit ng katawan. Tulong sa pagpapakalma at pangangati at sa mabilis na paggaling ng mga kagat ng lamok. Ipahid ang Katingko ointment sa mga apektadong lugar 3 hanggang 4 na beses sa isang araw hanggang guminhawa ang pakiramdam at tuluyang gumaling. Siguraduhin laging may bitbit na Katingko ointment at hindi mo alam kung kailan mo ito kakailanganin. Katingko ointment, tulong sa pagbigay ng ginhawa sa sakit at pangangati.
Welcome back to New Day.
We've got all the news you need and more.
We
still have here with us members of the national women's football team who just won the title at the AFF Women's Championship.
Dadalo si President-elect Bongbong Marcos sa Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation o APEC Summit sa Thailand.
Ngayong No Smoking Awareness Month, alamin natin kung paano tuluyang magkukwit.
A South Commuter Railway linking Metro Manila and Laguna goes full steam ahead.
All eyes on Mount Bulusan in Sorsogon Province. State volcanologists say it is uncertain when the volcano will erupt again. Panawagan sa pagtanggal ng buwis sa langis sa pagpapatupad ng dagdag pasahe sa jeep, umaaray ang mga commuter dito.
It's all systems go for the first State of the Nation address of President Bongbong Marcos at the Batasang Pambansa on July 25th.
Humingi na ng saklolo ang grupo ng mga panadero. Apektado na rin daw ang kanilang industriya.
Ayon sa Labor Department, inaprubahan na ng National Wages Productivity Commission ang 50 pesos na dagdag sahod.